Guys, what is good? Griff13 here back today, guys. And today, guys, I wanted to show you guys a little Easter egg that I found the other day. I was driving around and I hadn't taken a picture of the Jaguar Project 7 pre-order car. And I wanted to go ahead and take a look into that car. And I noticed that the character had a watch on. Now, I didn't really think anything of it. I just thought, cool, a watch. I like watches. And later on, I was just driving around and I was thinking to myself, hey, I kinda want to see what was on that watch. So I started looking around, I spent like an hour trying to find somebody that was wearing a watch, like a character in the open roof car. Could not find anybody for the life of me. So, and then I realized that in settings, you can actually go here and change your character. I'm kind of pissed about this and how long it actually took me to figure this out. But I went through each and every single character to look for any little Easter eggs that might be on there. And I'm going to sort of go through each one right now, just really quickly. This guy's wearing a high-performance engineering hat, although it's not the same as HPE, so I'm not really sure what's going on with that. And he wears a Block Party shirt. Just some little interesting tidbits on him. This guy's wearing a watch. This is the original character I actually found it on. So, now, the actual Easter egg itself, I'm not the first one to actually find it. I did notice on Google, because when I found it, I actually looked it up to see if anybody else had found it yet. And somebody had posted a video on it, but there was a lot of confusion in his comment section. So I wanted to go ahead and make my video and explain what the actual Easter egg itself is. And his channel will be linked in the description below, so you guys can go ahead and check out his video as well. And his channel name is Mystical Goat, I think. So it'll be down in the description, so you guys can go ahead and watch his video there. This girl right here, she's wearing a shirt called Lottie's. Now, I spent actually a good bit of time trying to figure out what Lottie's could mean. I went into Playground's roster to see if anybody on their team actually maybe was named Lottie or Charlotte, because Lottie is short for Charlotte, kind of like how Billy is for William. So, kind of interesting. And this girl's wearing a Australian necklace. So I found that one kind of interesting. But I wanted to go ahead and talk about this character here. Now, normally I play this character, and then she's wearing a peace sign, but really that's about it for the rest of them. But this guy has actually 2 Easter eggs on his watch, so that's the one I wanted to actually go ahead and talk about. And in order to find this Easter egg, you just go in here to photo mode. And you'll come in here to photo mode, come up here, and zoom in on his watch. Now I'm going to sort of offset this a little bit, and then turn. And you'll notice his watch says 1337. And that's kind of important, actually. 1337 is a code that's been around for a little bit of a long time. It's not actually code, and this was originally a term known as LEET, which stems from the word elite, although I know it's misspelled, which happened back in the day. You would actually go ahead and go on to bulletin board systems, and when you had elite status, you'd have access to folders, games, and special chat rooms. And so what the word actually stems from, though, is the word elite. Is there would be a 3 in front of the 1 right there, and that would spell out elite. And then LEET was shortened from that. And I know, guys, elite is spelled E-L-I-T-E, so it's actually misspelled. And the original person that came up with this, although it's actually a hacker collective, and they refer to it as hackerspeak, is a group known as the Cult of the Dead Cow. So they're the original ones that found this, and this was found back in the 80s. So this is kind of an old Easter egg. Kind of interesting, though. And then, of course, they've got the orange PG right there, which I think that actually stands for Playground Games. Just sort of an idea that I had. I could be wrong on that one. But the 1337 for sure is an Easter egg that refers to LEET. Now, a lot of people actually use LEET without even realizing what it is. A lot of people consider it to be a character replacement language. Because, like, back in the day, even in Forza 4, for example, had Monster Energy logos. Everybody liked the Ken Block Subaru WRX that was out at the time. That was the car he was using. And a lot of people would recreate that design in Forza. And the thing is, though, is that when you would try and use it, if you would try and upload just the Monster logo onto the website, or onto the storefront, and you put in Monster, it would actually block it. Because you can't use the word Monster. And this is because Monster Energy actually went on Forza and was like, hey, you're infringing on our copyright of our logo, can't do that. And of course it was overturned due to fair use, so now you can actually upload things and title them Monster. It's not a big deal, but people, to get around this, they would either call it M logo, which was one way to get around it, or they would call it monster, but they would use a 0 in place of the O and a 7 in front of the R and other numbers in between just to sort of get around it, which was kind of an interesting way. As well, another thing though is like you can't name a Pokemon Deadass in Pokemon because it would just block it, because you can Wonder Trade that stuff or trade it away, and they don't want like a little kid getting a Pokemon named Deadass. So I don't know. There's a bunch of different things that would get around it. Like, for example, you could replace the A with a @ sign and then the two S's with money signs and get away with it. However, though, I think Pokemon's smart enough and they block those as well. So, or I don't even think their keyboard lets you put in, like, those sort of digits. So, it's kind of an interesting way of just sort of getting around blocks, or even just to be ironic or whatever, because I know some people will be like a noob and they'll put like 2 zeros instead of 2 O's to seem more like computer savvy, although usually it's done ironically. So anyway though, this is just a nice little Easter egg. Again, I will have a link to the description down at the original Finders video, so you guys can go ahead and check it out there. And if you guys like the video, go ahead and make sure to hit the like button down below first, because you already know your support is so greatly appreciated. And make sure to hit subscribe for more videos coming out all the time. Thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out.